My name is Kate. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today I wanted to do a little bit of a colour and chat video just to catch you up on what's been going on the past couple of months when I haven't really been able to film. So I thought whilst I was chatting I would colour in this fairy tales and folklore colouring book by Emilie Lidhäll-Urberg. I'm part of a group on Instagram that colours a page in this book every other month. And right now we're colouring the Sword in the Stone page, so I'm going to be working on that today. So as you can see, I did the background already. I used my oil pastels and tried to go for kind of like a bokeh effect. This is only my second time doing this effect, but I think it's already a little bit better than the first time. I'm also planning to add some acrylic marker or gel pen dots and things like that once the colouring is all done. But for now, this is what the background looks like, and I'm quite happy with how it's turning out so far. So today I'm going to be using my Inktense to put down a little bit of a base coat on these rocks, the leaves, and perhaps also on the sword, depending on how much time all that takes. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to be starting with these rocks, and I'm going to be using the colour Storm Dust. And yeah, again, whilst I'm colouring in, I thought we could just have a little bit of a chat about what's been happening. So I'm a teacher, so that means that I'm quite lucky in the sense that I get the whole summer off. And my husband and I live in a different country from both of our families. So in the summer holidays, we like to try to take some time to visit both of our families, just so we can, you know, see everybody and catch up. And yeah, so that was the main thing that we wanted to get done this summer. But of course, we also wanted to take a little bit of time to do some traveling and do some fun stuff, just the two of us as well. So the first thing that I did this summer, whilst my husband was still doing his exams, was that I do adult skating, and this summer I went to a big competition in Germany. So that was how I started my summer holidays off. It was a lot of fun, and I got to see, you know, lots of my friends that I only ever get to see at competitions because, again, we all live in different countries. So yeah, that was really fun. I was there for just over a week. And then once the competition was done, I went to visit my family. So I saw, you know, my mum, my dad, my sisters, my grandpa. And that was, again, also, of course, very nice. Then when my husband finished his exams, yeah, he's studying at university, so once he finished his exams, we met for a little bit of a holiday, just the two of us. So we went to an all-inclusive kind of resort in Antalya for a few days. And then after that, so I'm really into scuba diving as well. It's another one of the things that I really enjoy doing. But for a while I've been wanting to try kind of free diving. So when you dive without like any oxygen or anything like that, just with the air that you can hold in your lungs. So this summer, after we went for about 5 days to a week, I can't remember exactly, but after we went to the all-inclusive resort and had, you know, like a proper rest, a proper just a proper little holiday with just the two of us, we went on to a different city near Antalya, which, if you're familiar with the south of Turkey, you might know about it, but if you are not, there's a small city called Kaş, and it's very well known for like diving, at least within Turkey. It's one of the most popular places to go diving in Turkey. So we went there to do our freediving certificate. We did our Mulch-Nose Wave 1, which is like a beginner certificate, and it was a lot of fun. We both passed, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was just a little bit of a new challenge, you know. So I think I'm quite happy with the grey on these rocks now, so I'm going to get out my water brushes. I think I'm going to use this big one. And I've got this little spongy thing just for blotting it off over here. I've also got a smaller water brush as well, which I might use on some of these smaller areas, just keeping that up there for now. And I'm going to put this tissue just behind to protect that next page behind this one as well, just because we're doing these edges now. So yeah, what was I saying about the freediving certificate? It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed, you know, trying something different. It was just a little bit of a different challenge to scuba diving, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I hope we can get to, you know, do some more freediving, hopefully towards the end of this year. That would be really nice. So yeah, we stayed there for a few days. The course was 3 days long, and then once we finished that, we set off to do some more skating. Well, I did the skating and my husband had his holiday as well. He came with me, which was, you know, really nice, because it means that when I was not skating, we got to spend time together. And yeah, he also had the chance to come to the ice rink and do some like filming and stuff for me, which I really appreciated, because even though of course the coaches were really, really good and I had the greatest time for this 1 week that we stayed, it was kind of like a summer camp type situation. So for the 1 week that we were there, I learned so much, but it's also always good to have you know, recordings that I can look back on. I'm quite a visual learner, so when I can see kind of like the mistakes that I make and the corrections that I get, it really helps me remember and internalize those even better. So I was really happy that he could come along and take some videos for me. And then after we went to the skating camp, we went to visit my husband's family. The place that he lives is quite small. His family right now, like his mom and dad, are staying in more of like a village type area. So I really enjoy when we go to visit them, because it's so peaceful and quiet. And it was where I was hoping that I would get to do the most of my colouring this summer as well, because when we go there, you know, it's all just calm and peaceful and relaxing. But I actually ended up getting quite sick while we were there this time. So that's, I guess, the main reason why I didn't get to do quite as much colouring as I had planned. So if you've seen my, if you saw my preparing pages for my holidays, you would have seen that I prepared one double page spread, as well as 2 more pages to do while we were away. And then again, if you saw my June and July completed pages, you will have known that I didn't even finish a single one of those pages. And again, it's because this was kind of the time that I had anticipated being able to do the most of my colouring. Then because I ended up being quite sick, I just didn't have like the energy to do a whole lot while we were there. I'm all better again now, thankfully. It was only like, it was kind of like a summer flu, I guess. So it lasted for just over a week, probably. So yeah, that kind of derailed my holiday colouring that I had planned to do while we were away. I still really did enjoy the time that we spent there. You know, it was lovely seeing my husband's family and everything again as well. And my mum also came to visit. She hasn't been there before, to the place where he's from. So she also came to visit, and we spent some time, you know, doing some sightseeing and going to some different places that were important to us. For example, we went to visit the place where my husband and I first met. And yeah, that was just really, really nice. So I got sick kind of just as my mum was leaving again. So yeah, at least I got to still enjoy, you know, spending time everyone together and doing the sightseeing and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that was a little bit about our summer holidays and where we went and what we did. It wasn't quite as relaxing as summer holidays I've had in the past, just because it was very bitty, you know, with say 1 week here, 1 week there, with trying to fit in so many kind of different active elements like the diving and the ice skating and all of those things. But I had a really good time, and I felt like I got so much out of the time that I had this summer. Yeah, I really enjoyed the diving course, and I felt like the time that I spent at the ice rink was really good. I could improve in a lot of my skills and things. And yeah, overall we had a very good and fun holiday, even though it wasn't as relaxing as some of the holidays that we have had in the past. And then we came back home. It's been just over a week now. So I'm all back at work and back in, you know, mostly some kind of a routine again, which is also quite nice. I mean, I am the kind of person that I like having a routine and just, you know, knowing how my days are going to pan out. So yeah, it's nice to be back home in our own space and just getting back in the swing of kind of everyday life. So yeah, next I'm going to do the moss on top of these rocks, and I'm going to use this Hooker's Green. So yeah, right now I think we're kind of in the middle of planning, you know, our Christmas holiday, where I, at least, definitely want to get some more diving done. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe we can do some free diving, but I definitely also want to go scuba diving as well, because we didn't have time to do any scuba this summer with all the other activities and courses and things that we did. So yeah, I'm kind of missing that quite a bit. I hope we can get a chance to do that in December. So we just need to decide where we're going to go for that and get that booked probably as soon as possible, because so last Christmas we did a liveaboard. So it's where you stay on the boat and you dive like every day, and the best, you know, the best liveaboards in the best places for popular periods like the Christmas, New Year time gets sold out quite quickly. Like some of them can, yeah, sell out really fast. So I want to get on that and yeah, get that booked as soon as possible, so we know that we'll have a space and that we'll be able to do some diving. And yeah, I think that will be a lot of fun. Last year we went to Thailand and I really enjoyed it there. I think my husband liked it too. So we're talking about whether or not we should go back to do another liveaboard trip with the same company, or if we want to do a different company, if we want to try somewhere new. Yeah, that's kind of what we're discussing at the moment. What I also really liked about Thailand is that after we did our diving, we went to Bangkok, and there I found this really nice bookshop that sold lots and lots and lots of Japanese, especially coloring books. It was great. They had such a big selection, and although I of course really enjoyed the diving, that was another big highlight of the trip for me. It was just so exciting. Normally I order all my coloring books online, so it was really nice to just be able to, you know, go there and see the books physically and yeah, choose based on that instead of just based on flip throughs that I see on other people's channels and pages that I've seen other people color. So yeah, actually being able to see the book in person and choose based on that was really fun for me. Yeah, so if we do go, I definitely hope that we can fit in another stopover or another short trip to Bangkok so I can go there. Sorry, sometimes I just get really absorbed with the actual coloring and I forget to say something. I hope that maybe you're enjoying some coloring with me as well today. That would be really nice. If you are, let me know what you're coloring at the moment. I'd love to hear. And yeah, this is the first time I've done this type of video, like a color and chat, kind of just like a little update video. So I really hope that you've been enjoying it. If you'd like to see more of like this type of video, or maybe, you know, more videos of just coloring, please do let me know. Other than saying a lot, I think I really enjoyed filming this video today, and just felt like, you know, I've had some company whilst I've been doing some of my coloring, which has been really, really nice. Usually when I do my coloring, I watch other people's coloring videos. And you know, it kind of feels like we've been coloring together, like me and the people whose videos I watch have been coloring together. And when I've been filming this video today, I kind of feel like you and me have been coloring together. So that's been really, really fun. I think that I'm gonna stop here for today, just because I don't really know what else to talk about. Yeah, again, if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos, please let me know. If there's anything in particular that you would like me to maybe talk about in the next video, or anything like that, you can always leave those kind of comments down in the comment section as well. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to my channel so that you can catch more videos from me and so that we can stay in touch. But yeah, that was everything for today. I'm gonna leave it there. I based all the rocks and all the moss, so I think, you know, we made quite good progress today. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!